Hello, good afternoon and good evening, good morning from wherever you are. This is Manish from Hotel Management School, and in yet another inspiring video from us, we are happy to introduce you Mr. Anand Mishra from Hospitality Management YouTube channel. He has over 10 years of experience in hospitality industry and has been influencing thousands of life by giving the inspirational videos, training videos on the surveys on the other hospitality management aspects, helping his followers to gain to navigate through the hotel management field. So would like to welcome Anand Mishra to discuss the current latest trends in hospitality industry. So, welcome, Anand. Thank you very much for joining us today in this edition of Hotel Management Trends.
Hi, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity for coming to your channel and saying live to your audience. So I believe that your audience is a young budding hoteliers looking for a better career. So I just say hi to everyone from India. If somebody is watching from abroad, it's hi from India. So see, the concept of current trend of hospitality industry. This is a very vast topic now. Why? Because post COVID, the industry which has been affected the most is hospitality. Because you have to understand that we are in service industry. We are in direct contact with the people. We shake hands, we serve them, we make them feel comfortable. Now this everything has changed. Now post COVID, which the industry which has been affected the most is hospitality. Now everybody knows that there are like millions of people who have lost their jobs, not in India, outside India. Hospitality industry has again started from scratch, and there are so many things which has changed. Now Namaskar is the new handshake. Now people are wearing masks. Now we always learn in the college or in the industry that service with a smile. But now you understand this fact that there is a mask on your face. Now how will you serve with a smile? Now the body language will change. Even many hotel management colleges have started changing their syllabus. I was reading one article, smiling from your eyes,
Hmm.
so that
Hmm.
the guests can understand the smile of your eyes. And there are so many housekeeping syllabus which will change. Like we are learning about the PPE kit, we are learning about mask, we are learning about hygiene and sanitation. This industry has taken a 360-degree turn. Now whoever is a multitasker, whoever is the best in the business will survive. If you're a mediocre, you won't survive. Now when I use this word multitasker, you have to be a multitasker. What does this word multitasker means? Now the hotel need very less employees. Now we all are aware that many hotels have cancelled their management training programs or any HOMD programs, whatever programs were there. Now they're looking for multitasking people who can do A job also, who can do B job also. Now if you'll say that okay, my name is Anand and I'm gonna do only this job because this is what I'm being taught in the college, they won't hire you. Now understaffing and overworking, that's the new mantra of hospitality industry. People are not coming to the hotel. The hotels are struggling for business. The city hotels are literally struggling for business. They have cancelled the campuses. They have, it has taken an upside down turn. So, unless and until you're not very, very polished, very, very professional, and very, very dedicated towards your work, you won't survive in this industry because this industry was tough. Now it has become, toughest. So, multitasking. So, whoever is there in this COVID times, try uplifting your skills. Try learning more of the wines. If you're a F&B guy, learn about wines. If you're a front office guy, learn about more software. If you're getting a standalone restaurant, go and work there. Try to gain some experience so that when you sit in the interview, you say that boss, in this 6 months or 7 months when I was sitting idle in my home, I was utilizing my talent or I was utilizing my skills in that. Because believe me, I have been working in this industry for 10 years. I know this industry. I can survive, but a fresh college graduate will come out of millions of dreams that I will become a manager, I will get this, I will get that. But once you enter this industry, now at this point, this has completely taken an upside turn. So you have to hold your horses, you have to brush up your shoes, and what you have seen in the college, once you are coming to this industry, the things are going to be absolutely changing. You have to uplift your skills, else somebody else will grab your job. So that's the current trend of hospitality industry. Now, in terms of the menu, who ever thought in their life that we'll have a digital menu? Now the digitalization has come in. Now you do a self check-in. There are no people standing on the reception desk now, to take the customer's check-in. There are kiosks there. There are digital systems there. The customers are checking in right from their hotel, right from their room. So the manning has come very less. So unless and until you are not very good, they're not going to hire you. So this is the current trend of hospitality industry. If you want to grow and survive in this industry, you have to have that multitasking attitude and that professional attitude. I won't do this job. I won't do this job. This has to go out of your dictionary if you want to survive in hospitality industry of today's era.
Yeah, that's right. And multitasking not only in your own department, but maybe the other departments. So maybe the front office guys have to sell probably the wines or even the food, or maybe they have to do the waitering also in the morning when they are not very busy. So
Obviously,
multitasking does not just come only from doing many things at the same time, but being able to do many things at different point of time. So I think the people sometimes are confused between multitasking as doing three, four things at the same time. I.e., when you are at the front desk, you may be also checking in, you may be also checking out or calculating the bill. So that's not really the multitasking purposes. That's just doing many things at a time. But multitasking, being able to do multitask means you have to be multi-skilled. If you are in rooms, you should be able to take the F&B order, you should be able to clean the rooms, you should be able to um, also cook as well. There is, I will take an example of a small hotel which maybe have only 15 or 20 rooms. Do you think they will have 10 different peoples for doing the
not.
cooking and serving and checking in, checking out, housekeeping? May not. Maybe they have only two or three guests at one point of time. So maybe one person or two persons have to take care of those guests. Otherwise, the salary cost will outweigh the revenue that they are getting. So I think you are right when you say that the hospitality professionals need to learn new skills, and also try be able to flexible and say, okay, even though this is not my job description, I still have to do it if the hotel is asking me or restaurant is asking me
Obviously. Now,
to do it.
in simple words, I have to make understand your audience. If you're a cricketer, you have to be an all rounder. If you're
Yeah,
just batting, it won't work now. You have to bat, you have to ball, you have to field, you have to wicket keep. If you're not in the team, you have to bring drinks for your team. Every job, jack of all trades. All when I say all rounder, what Sir has said here, a front office guy should know how to open a bottle of wine. A kitchen team should know how to go and serve a guest. Now everybody has to do all the jobs. Now that is the because the hotels are cutting salaries now. Most of the hotels are cutting salaries. So
yeah,
unless and until you're not the best, they are not going to keep you. They're going to kick you out. And there are many people who have lost their job. I'm not
yes.
demotivating anyone. I always tell the reality because if I'll
No, but you have to look at the fairer side of the view as well, that there may be cutting of the job, but then the hotels are hiring those who are multi-skilled, or maybe they are investing the money on those peoples who are willing to learn or who has ability to learn. So
yeah,
basically,
this is
you have to have the skills of learning. You have to have the ability to learn as well.
survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
That's right. So that's the word that we saw in yesterday, all in our live chat as well. That it's not the survival of the best or survival of the fattest. It's the survival of the fittest. So you have to be fit in being able to survive in the industry. Yeah, that's right. So there are a lot of hotel management, as you said. The student colleges are changing their curriculums, right? But those students who are maybe in their final year or who have already passed out the 2 years, 2.5 years, and now ready to do the internship in the hotel management, what kind of advice would you like to give them based on your experience?
No, see, this internship is a game-changing thing in your life. To whoever will be going on internship this year, next year, whenever they will go, this internship will absolutely change your life. Now, I'll give you two, three examples. Number one, after internship, you will decide that you want to be a part of this industry or you don't want to be a part of this industry.
Hmm.
Because in college, what we see is a very, very fabricated picture. But once you actually witness a hotel, and when I'm talking about a hotel, I'm talking about a hotel of a 500, 550 room stature, a big city hotel, a nice chain hotel. When you go to that kind of hotel, you experience things which you have never ever dreamt in your life. Now
Mm.
you have to work for 12 hours. You have to work for 14 hours. If I give my example, I work for 24 hours, which we call a royal shift in the hotel. You have to do every job which you will think is very very shady and shitty. For example, if somebody in housekeeping, if somebody will ask you to clean a WC, why will I clean that WC? You know that college student have that heat in their body that I'm a hotel management student, I'll become a manager after.
Mm.
Why will I clean this? They'll have a fight. They'll have a tip. Now, when you go to F&B service or restaurant, there are like millions of spoons and forks lying which you have to wipe, right? From morning to afternoon, morning to evening, you're wiping just the plates. You are lifting heavy trays. You are doing everything which were never told in the college. So you see a very clear picture of this industry. Okay, boss, this industry works like this. So
Mm.
90% of the student decides after internship that I have to join this industry or I don't want to join this industry. Second thing which this internship changes, for example, somebody has an area of interest of front office, but when they actually start experiencing this industry, they develop a new area of interest. Okay, now front office was something which I thought in the college, but now I like kitchen more, so I want to go in food production. No, I like the restaurants more, so I want to go in F&B service. I like
Mm.
housekeeping more, so I want. So the actual area of interest also comes into the scene. But believe me, this industrial training is such a time of your life which will make you utter professional. You will you will decide having the value of time, because if you go to a good hotel, even if you're 5 minutes late, they will rip you apart.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about 5 minutes late. If you're late for 5 minutes, your boss is waiting for you, to just welcome you in a grand way. So you will start valuing your time. You will become a professional, and you have so many things to learn. You will even in the back area or whichever area you'll be working, you have so many things to learn, because the college will train you theoretically. You have a small restaurant in the college. You have kitchen in the college. What will you do? But when you come to a five-star hotel kitchen or a five-star hotel restaurant, then you decide, then you understand that this is the thing which is actually we are going to see in the future. So do you think a future in this? We used to ask our colleagues when I was in the district, do you think a future? Can we work in the hotels? They said, no, boss, I don't want to work in hotels. I cannot do this job for the rest of my life. But once you decide after your training that okay, I'm loving this industry and I want to be a part of this industry, that makes you professional. So industrial training changes your life. Now, whoever is going for the industrial training, I want to give a very simple advice which I have followed when I was a trainee. Number one, be punctual in your time. Number two, do not deny of any kind of job what is being offered to you. It can be anything. When I say anything, means anything. When you're getting late on the shift, please inform your senior that I'm getting late. This is the kind of thing I'm having a problem. Always be genuine, be honest. Do not try to fool your boss. Why? Because they have been training and eating
They know.
thousands of people. They have been eating thousands of people every day. The
Yeah.
train is like come and go. So you cannot fool. It's like simple like a son fooling his father. So you cannot fool them. It is as simple as that. Because eventually at the end of your training, they are going to give you appraisal. And believe me, if you perform nice in your training, they can offer you a job in this critical time. They can offer you a job. Okay, Anand came to my hotel and he did a good job, so I'm offering him a job. So that makes my job easy. Might be
Mm.
he gets so impressed by you just by one candidate that they can come for a college campus. So
Yeah.
one student is displaying the what we say
Entire
effect
campus.
of the entire organization.
Yeah, like the entire ambassador of the campus.
He's like an ambassador. He's like an ambassador. So he has to professional grooming in terms of grooming. If you're not shaved, okay, we are taught in the college that we have to be perfect in a grooming. So your teeth has to be clean. You have to be in a clean shave. Your body should not smell. Your shoes are always polished. You're wearing a nice socks. Means if somebody is seeing you, okay, boss, which college you are from? Somebody should ask you
Mm.
which college you are from. They should be so impressed from you. Just 6 months. After 6 months, the job is not that difficult in comparison to training. Training is like I have experienced my training, so I still have nightmares uh,
You have
when
right
I
to mistake.
yeah, when I try to recall
In
the
the
time,
job, you
because
would have a right to mistake.
I was always ready for this industry, but I
Mm.
had nightmares because when you are leaving your shift at 7 a.m., suddenly the chef will come and say that okay, start peeling the onions. And onion, I'm not talking about a kg or 2 kg. It's like one sack and two sack of onion. So your whole
Mm.
life is getting spoiled. You're in a butchery. You're cutting beef. You're cutting this, cutting that. So that changes the game. But after your
Mm.
industrial training, you decide that boss, do I deserve this industry or do I not deserve this industry? There are so many friends of mine. They have left this industry. They want to
Mm.
banking or MBAs and stuff. But whoever is stuck to this industry are doing good. So training is always professional. Be punctual, respect your seniors, do whatever they want to do you, and just you have to understand what you say, that you are the ambassador of your college. You are carrying a big name, so you have to work very very professionally. Don't get scared ki I'm doing a 12-hour shift, I'm doing a 15-hour shift. No, forget the watch. If you're
Yeah.
watching the watch and doing work, I'm very sorry, but you're not fit for this industry.
Yeah.
Do not look at the watch, just keep on working.
Yeah. Well, I think another thing that the interns or possible interns might also have to remember is that this is the time is for their learning, because
Obviously.
you can make mistakes during these 5 6 months of your training, and you can make mistakes, you can make learn. You work in different departments so that you can explore yourself. But after you have accepted a job, let's say you choose to be in front office and you don't like it, nobody is gonna if you make a
Accept
mistake
it.
there, you there's no returning back. And the bosses are always smarter than the interns. They know what they are doing. So you have to be careful, you have to be honest, and accepting all the challenges that you are supposed to do.
There is a phrase in English also, that if you think your teacher is strict, wait for your boss.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's the another thing that I think during the school, there's no boss, there is no angry customer, the real angry customer. They may be role modeling, they may be playing a role model, playing have some scripts, but they are not really seriously pissed off. But
Right.
when you actually see a customer who is yelling at you in genuine terms, who is really unhappy with you, then you will know the real value of you will be able to test your skills on how you recover your customers.
Okay.
So
And
that's a different setting.
one of my banquet manager long time back told me that what a guest teaches you every day. One guest
Yeah.
will teach you lesson every day. So whatever you have learned in hotel management college, just fold the book and go. The guest will teach you the entire hotel management. So he was
Yeah.
absolutely right. Now I remember each and every words what was being taught by my senior long back. That time I used to think that okay, they are doing nonsense. What does this mean? But now after passing a decade in this industry, I completely uh, connect with those statements which they have said. But I have been very lucky in my life to have good bosses. They have,
Hmm.
I don't call them a boss or a manager. They were always like leaders. They have always lifted me one step ahead. So I'm very very lucky to to be nurtured in their hands. So whatever I am today is just their blessings and kindness.
That's good. That's very good of you, nice of you to recognize the leaders that you had and their contribution in your career. That's good. You always have to be humble. I think that's another advice for the young students who are just coming out of hotel management schools. Don't take thing into your pride. I mean, you should be pride that you are working. You have studied in maybe IHM, PUSA, or the prestigious institute, but don't take in your head. You have to be humble when you go to the hotel. The guest who might be coming at your property may be lower than you in the prestige, may not be that educated, but he's a guest, he's paying for you. So
Obviously,
the guest is always above the server. So that thing also have to be remembered in the mind.
obviously.
Well, that's good advice on the working. But what is your take on the current trends in technology, in the hospitality technology that are coming in terms of the COVID, in terms of the in the IT technologies? What are the trends that you are seeing?
See, when I the starting only I said there are so many technology which are coming in. Number one, the traditional check-in process where the guest will come to the counter, go to the front office counter. They will, give their ID proof and stuff. And then there is a sheet which will come in, which we have to fill it in, and then they will give us a key card and nothing. It has all
Mhm.
stopped. Now it is all a self check-in. I'll go step by step from what department. I'm talking about front office first. Number one is they have started a self check-in process where there is no tika, haldi, chandan, and putting garland and giving aarti. These all are
Yeah.
gone. People are in mask or in a shield. They are doing namaskar from a good distance. The guest has
Hmm.
already checked in. The guest will go to the room. Even in the lift also, in some of the hotels they have started the Wi-Fi lifts. You just have to see the show the
Key.
key card to the lift and it will
Hmm.
designate to the floor. So there is very
Hmm.
very less human contacts.
Touch.
You go
Yeah.
to yeah, human contact. So because lift is also a, a multi-touch point. So there are lot many people who are touching those lifts. So in one of the hotel I was staying a few months back. So I saw that they have started that key card with a Wi-Fi, which is a very good thing. It's a self
Mm.
check-in process. Your baggage tag, everything will be given in prior advance only. You go to your room. The room is nicely sanitized. There is no GRE. Just for your information
Mm.
now, traditionally there used to be a GRE who used to escort the guest in the lift, will show the entire facilities of the guest. Now these
Mm.
all things
Mm.
have stopped. The guest will go alone to the room, will check in because now the security is coming first. The
Mm.
hospitality has taken a step back, but the security, the safety of the customer is the
Safety
new
of the
mantra.
safety and security. Yeah.
Safety of the
Yeah.
customer, and this is such a contagious disease that you cannot control. So
Mm.
this is about front office, and the second, when we talk about food and beverage service, traditionally we used to offer a menu to the guest, a big menu with all descriptions and stuff. Now it's a QR menu. You just
Mm.
scan the code, the menu comes to your phone. You just give your order like Zomato and what do you say? There is another Swiggy. You just order in the five-star hotel there only. Your KOT is generated directly right from the phone. It goes to the kitchen. Your food
Mm.
comes in. It is served on the table. Now the silver service has also started taking a step back. Now even the guest is also telling that okay, do not serve us. Just keep the food
We will
and
take
go.
it. Yeah.
We'll take it because now
Mm.
traditionally we had to serve the food, explaining
Mm.
that this is this, this is this. Ideally, when you go to a Taj or Oberoi style, it is always a silver service kind. But now the guest will also prefer that okay, just keep the food and we will go.
Go.
Most of the guests are preferring those disposable cutleries and even high
Mm.
quality disposable plates because again the plates and these things are contaminated. So they have got to that side, and even when you have to fill up feedback form or something, there is no written feedback now. It is all digital. You just have to fill in.
Digitalized.
You just have to go. Now when I talk about kitchen, and by the way, in internationally in Singapore, in few of the restaurant, there are robots which have come in place of stewards.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
will go to the kitchen, they will take your food, they will come to the table, they will just drop the food there, and then they will go. So that's
Mm.
what I was telling you. The multitasking is a new mantra. Why? Because the robots might soon take over, not in India, but
Mm.
abroad there are so many hotels, they have already started installing the robots. Third, when we talk about kitchen, the kitchen is a back end job when it's not a live kitchen. Now most of the hotels have started a CCTV in the kitchen.
Yeah.
The first pioneer being Rosette House, New Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
They have installed a CCTV in the kitchen so that your customer
People
knows that
can see.
okay, my check-in was contactless, my order taking was contactless, but are the chefs inside? They are preparing the food in complete hygiene. So actually, they are seeing the food being prepared in their mobile.
Mm.
So now
Mm.
you cannot fool around them. Keeping a dirty duster, or not wearing mask or gloves. They are seeing everything. Now the customers have one step ahead of the employees. So
Mm.
they have actually installed the cameras in the kitchen so that the customers get 100% satisfied. Because see, I won't mind paying for 500 rupees more for a meal if
If
I'm
I
very
know
sure
it's safe.
that if I'm very sure that okay, this hotel is giving me a guarantee of safety and hygiene, that then I will
Mm.
pay 1,000 bucks more. So that is
Yeah,
that is the
because
new one.
that's
So
food is
yeah,
another thing which is usually not a very good area in hotels. It's a gray area
uh,
of things, and people have perception. I mean, we have worked in five-star hotels. Our kitchens are spotless. You can sit on the floor and eat from that floor. But
uh,
in some other hotels, maybe not so good restaurants, that may not be the case, and the guests normally have a perception about the hotel kitchens that they may not be clean, the people may not be washing their hands, or they may be not using the good material or good raw material. But now it's all open. You cannot deny that. So that means the cost of running the food will increase, right? Because you cannot recycle, you have to be tip top, you have your cost of operations will increase. So
100%.
means definitely you can charge them extra, but also you may have to be very innovative in the cost management, that your cost is not overrunning, because the more costly you become, the less affordable it will become for the guest as well, right?
Obviously, yeah. That
Yeah.
that's the new thing. If we are 100% sure, if any hotel is able to prove their guests that we are 100% safe and secure, the customers won't mind in this age, in the
Hmm.
age of COVID, paying 1,000 rupees more. So that's why you have to be spotless, you have to be clean, you have to be, fresh from every angle of the hotel, right from a toilet to a suite room. Your everything has to be, you know,
Good.
completely in the eye of the your customer, that okay, this is the place, if I come, I do not have any problem. And when
Yeah.
we talk about housekeeping is a department which has emerged brilliantly during this time. Now
Hmm.
the kind of jobs housekeeping will create, no other department will create.
Hmm. Hmm.
More staffs required in cleaning, more staffs required in sanitation. Now five-star hotels have started recruiting hygiene manager.
Yeah,
So your
in the past,
hygiene.
hygiene managers were not that really important, but they were important only in the food, only in the kitchens, not so much in the guest rooms. But now I think there's a increased requirement of how hygiene managers in all the hotels.
The housekeeping has taken a 360 degree thanks to COVID. All the housekeeping aspirants, they have a great career ahead, not in terms of five-star hotels. Even if they go to any facility management company, they are,
Hmm.
they are paying bombs, and they are hiring people in bulk numbers. I have made a
Hmm.
video on facility management also. I have mentioned few companies also there. They are hiring full time, and even the retail
Yeah.
business has also grown this time.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
but we need not to get worried about hospitality industry, because hospitality industry will come back, and will come back
It
with a
will
bang,
bounce
because
back.
people are stuck in their home. Everybody
Hmm.
wants to go out, enjoy, eat.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
want to.
It
My
will come with a
parents,
bang, actually.
now my parents who were not going out, to now they want to go out. Let's go to Shimla, or let's go to any other place. Let's see the world, the other side of the world.
Yeah.
People are okay with it. It
Hmm.
is what you say. The COVID has given us a mental fatigue.
Yeah.
Now we
Yeah.
are fatigue from our mind. So now
Hmm.
once this entire COVID thing and everything will go, now the resort have already started picking up the business. Just for your information, resorts have already started getting business. Resorts in Bangalore are almost full house. City hotels, yes, are still struggling, but they will come with a bang. And hospitality industry in 2022 and 2023 will be the most talk about industry. They will be hiring people in bulk numbers. So whoever is doing hotel management now should not get demotivated, should keep their horses high, learn, try to understand this industry, and this industry has lot to offer. And if you
Just
are in, if you're,
continue to increase your skills and gain your experience. Start keep on working and polishing your skills. Don't sit idle, basically. But I
and
think also it's
another
important
advice
to
I want
keep
to
a
give
track
to
on
all
the
of
time.
you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell me.
No, I mean they also need to keep a idea or to keep a track on the latest trends, what are happening in the industries, especially related to the hygiene, related to the service delivery, related to the information technology. Like you were saying, there are now guest elevators who just show the Wi-Fi, just show the card, and then they will bring you to the elevator. These technologies existed before, but now they will be bring into the force at every single hotel, because in the past hotel may not have implemented it because of the cost, but now it is now becoming more and more important. Like maybe there may be a robot nowadays. We were hearing a lot of seminars and webinar. There were few people who were saying, "Oh, we are making robots for housekeeping." So means
Obviously,
you put the robots on the floor, they will do the cleaning, everything. So you may not be required to do the heavy lifting or vacuum. At least for vacuuming, washroom cleaning, there may be some robots, but
obviously,
you still need a human touch to become the person to give the personalized service in during
obviously.
even during these COVID circumstances to the guest.
Hospitality is incomplete without human touch. The humans will be there, but the time is bad for hospitality industry. But in coming 2 years and 3 years time, it's gonna take, it's gonna come back very very strong. And my simple advice: who thought that a five-star hotel will start doing home deliveries? Now even
Hmm.
Taj and stuff, they have started doing home deliveries. Now
Yeah.
five-star hotel, their ego has also come down now. That okay, we can also be
Yeah.
affected. Now,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
five-star hotels, why they are, in bad words, they pay less salary to the freshers and all. So now the five-star hotels
Hmm.
also have to start thinking. In coming 2 3 years, the hotels are going to be understaffed, because see, me being in this industry for a long time can understand that okay, this can also happen. We can survive. But a fresher right from the college, who was working in a chain like Marriott or Oberoi, were thrown out of the job in 1 month. What impression they are carrying about hotels? They have left this industry. They are not going to come back. People like us, stubborn people, will stay back. But freshers, they have left this industry. So in
Yeah.
coming
So
2 3 years, in coming two
there
three
may
years,
be a
the hotels
shortage.
will have, yeah. In coming 2 3 years, the hotels will have very very hard time in recruiting people.
Hmm.
They will be understaffed. The business will be too much, and the staffings will be very very less. So whoever is left in this industry, please note that this industry is going to change your fate forever, not in India,
But I
outside
have,
India also,
yeah.
wherever you get a chance to work, that is the whole mantra.
But I think it's also the factor. It maybe it's a lesson for the hospitality leaders who may be listening, or who may be the companies, that if they are not able to take care of their employees at this point of time, and they let them go, the impression they are giving, that in the future when the business is back, the peoples may not join them back, just because you are not supporting them now, so they may not be supporting in the future, because they always have risk. If something go wrong, the next day you are out, right? So there is a lot of uncertainty related to that particular brand. So it's also important for hospitality leaders and businesses to stick around and shows the support to their peoples. Otherwise peoples won't show support in the future.
Yeah, once I just relating to what you said, once I made a video on the same topic. Once the people were laid off from the job, I said that if some hotel has thrown you in this tough time, and once their business is up, they are calling you back. Do not join that hotel.
Yeah.
लाइफ में कुछ भी करो. There was a tagline which I used. लाइफ में कुछ भी करो, अपने इज्जत से समझौता मत करो.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that is something.
Well,
That is
it's the self-worth. If you are being thrown out, then why you wanna go back there? There's no point in going back there. In fact, you should tell the peoples that be careful going there.
100%.
The loyalty comes from both sides. It doesn't. It's not only the employees has to be loyal to the business. Business also have to be loyal to the employees.
It's a two-way
So
process.
it was both ways. Okay, great. So what are the revenue generation trends that you are seeing in the industry now?
See, revenue generation, talking about revenue generation, as I mentioned earlier, the resorts have already started picking up. The
Hmm.
business are there. The occupancy is not that great. The hotel which were doing a 90% occupancy in resorts, now they are doing 70, 75, 70, but the business is picking up. The major concern is why that the hotel industry in India is mostly dependent on international tourism. People from abroad comes to India, they visit the places, they stay in five-star hotels, and they give business. City hotel is mostly dependent on your corporate travelers. But as we know that most of the corporate companies, they are working from home. So all
Yeah.
their webinars, seminars, everything is happening from their home. So they are saving a lot money in terms of booking banquet halls, and the major revenue is always generated from rooms and banquets in any of the hotel.
Hmm.
So when the banquet is not functioning, as per the government norms, it was earlier decided just to have 50 people capacity. But when you have big banquet hall which can undertake 1,000 people or
Hundreds,
2,000
one
people,
thousand peoples. Then they cannot run on 50 or 100 peoples.
they're even the coffee shops in some of the cities, even the coffee shops are not allowed to put buffet. So the
Hmm.
industry is struggling. That's why they are laying off employees. They are also right at their own term because they
Hmm.
cannot afford to keep giving money. But the point is, together we have to come with a solution. I made a
Yeah.
video stating that okay, you have made isolation center to a hotel, but what about the employees who are still working there?
Hmm.
Are you paying
Hmm.
them? What about them? Hospitality is also industry. So we have to start looking for this. But the revenue generation, that's what I said again. In the coming 1 year, the city hotels will start flourishing. Let the IT companies start. Let the software get started. Let the international market gets open. Then 100% this revenue generation will come, and the hotel industry will mint business. The stewards will
So,
still take a 10,000 rupees tip home. Those all golden age days again will happen. People are sitting in their home now, not doing anything. They will again start crying that I'm
hmm.
doing a 16-hour shift and a 18-hour shift. Those times are coming back. Will come
Hmm.
back very soon. But the revenue generation, yes, the hotels are struggling in that.
So the if let's say if we talk about the hospitality employees, what other industries do you think they can, if let's say somebody wanna say that, oh, and hospitality industry is not for me, but I have done the hotel management, I have done this, I have done the training. What other industries do you think are good for people's who are coming out of hotel industries?
See, hospitality, when we talk about hotel management college, the course is called hospitality. And hospitality in Hindi means mehman nawazi. So
Hmm.
anything which is related to service, we can work. Now, for example, a hotel management or a hospitality graduate can work in hotels for sure. They can work in a standalone restaurant. They can go to any of the multiplex, like PVR or Cinepolis or whichever multiplex is there. They
Hmm.
they can hire. They can go to retails. Retails, when I'm talking
Hmm.
about, there are QSRs, quick service restaurants like
Yeah. Yeah.
McDonald's, KFC, TGI Fridays, Domino's, etc. They hire management trainees and everything.
Hmm.
Then you have an opportunity of working in retail chains. Retail chains, when I talk about any retail chains,
Like
for
Pantaloon, Reliance.
Pantaloon, Reliance, or any retail chains, because we are service people. Our job is
Yeah.
to talk to people and make them convince. So
Hmm.
any retail, they can go to IRCTC, the railways.
Yeah.
Railways also hire people on contract basis for 2 years. They can go to cruise.
Hmm.
If the girls are there, they can go for aviation jobs like for ground staff or a cabin attendant
Yeah. Yeah.
or a cabin crew. Even the guys can also go.
Hmm.
You can go abroad, outside India. You can go to any of the government heritage maintained properties and guest house. You can go to army
Hmm.
canteen.
Hmm.
You can go to hotel management college. There are millions of options. An engineer
Hmm.
can do only an engineering job, but a hotel
Yeah.
management student will not die because of food. They will earn. Millions
Yeah.
of jobs are there. Facility
So
management
it
is
means
there.
you just have to broaden your eyes, open your ears, and see what else you can do basically from your skills. And I have done one post on my website as well, where what other industries, what other skills that hotel management students can use in other industries. So where I was saying that you may be very successful in banking industry, you may be very successful in insurance industry, you may be very successful in the retail industry, because these are all service industries, any kind of wherever you have the customer touch points, because
Yes.
you need to understand the customer. And people's hospitality employees are always taught how to listen to the peoples, how to coordinate with the between different departments, the project management, and listening to the customers and understanding what their needs are. So those basic skills are already there. You just need to learn how to navigate the new industry. So you may be learning the basics of those industries and just jump in there. So you can be doing something which you may not, and it can entitle you to come back. And you can go to bankings. If in a customer service center, you can be a branch, you can be, but you may have to learn something extra. So related to that particular industry as well, right? You may have to study that, so that you have some terms that are used in those specific industries, so that you can adapt yourself. So adaptability is, I think, going to be the key. Whoever is able to adapt themselves and think that, okay, even though I have studied the hotel management, forget about the hotels for the time being, let me learn a new industry and apply the things that I have learned in the other industries. They can be really successful in those industries. What do you think?
Obviously, 100%. You have to be adaptable. You have to be flexible. You have to, learn from your junior. You have to learn from your senior. You have to learn everywhere. If you have to survive, you have to know everything. This is simple. If my boss comes and asks me, that, okay, do this, and if I say, sir, I don't know, he will say,
Hmm.
then why did I hire you? You have been
Then
hired
learn.
for a cause. You have been hired for an expertise. So simple, and don't get scared that, okay, I've done my hotel management. We haven't taken an oath that we will only work for hotels. We will
Yeah.
work details. At the end of the day, what matters is job satisfaction. At the end of the
Correct.
day, what matters is, am I mentally, stable? Am I financially stable? Is my life going in the right direction? Do I see a career
Hmm.
after
Hmm.
5 years where I'm finding myself? If my logics are clear, if I'm doing a doorman job, I'm really happy because I'm clear
Yeah.
that after 5 months I'll become a senior doorman. I'm just giving an example
Hmm.
for a
Hmm.
doorman. Again, no offense to the doormans, they're very good people. But the point is, if our life is clear that, okay, I'm going in a right direction, I'm not confused. Even if I'm doing
Yeah.
something which I should not do, I'm okay with that. I've not taken. See, me being a hotelier, I work for a standalone restaurants. It was a very big risk in my life, but I never regret those factors. Why? Because I learned so many things which I could not have learned in a five-star.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
then I again came back to a hotel. Then I again came back. I work for resorts. I work for city hotels. I work for luxurious properties. So I have taken my life to a complete toss. Now,
Hmm.
if you will put me in any place, I can
You
swim
can work.
without water also now. That is
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
thing. So this
Yeah.
new breed, whoever is coming from the college, what I see, because I train so many people on shift also, on floor also. So I see that this new youngsters, they are very very what do you say? They're very
Out
quick.
of focus. Quick.
No,
To
they're very
quick to
quick. They
quick.
want everything. Sir, my
Hmm.
accommodation is not that great. Sir, my this is not that. Why I am being paid this much? What is this? Sir, I was told this. So they have a lot of things. They are little confused in their life. When
Hmm.
we joined,
Hmm.
the confusion was there, but we were okay. But now, if somebody has a bad accommodation, they will leave the hotel because I didn't like the accommodation. Somebody will leave the hotel because I don't want to work in the coffee shop. So these
Hmm.
are the things which we have to change. But we cannot complain them also, because they are young people. They have just came from the college. What dreams their lecturers have shown them, and once they come to the industry, the entire picture is different. It is like buying a Singham ticket and buying a Harry Potter ticket and watching a Singham movie. So this is completely different. So we have to train those people. They are also right at their place. They have spent so much of money. Some of them must
Studying
have
the
taken
things,
loan and
yeah.
study. So nobody, thinks that okay, I will come and do this kind of job, but they have to do
Hmm.
it. This is a sad reality. So, but the point is, we have to be focused, and we have
Yeah.
to be really, really adaptable in our thing. Sir, my battery is getting discharged. Is the
Okay,
things
no
getting over?
problem. Yeah, I mean, I think now we are coming to the end. Well, thank you very much for your time, really. And then maybe we hope to see you again, maybe on my channel or on your channel.
Okay, 100%. I'll try to do. The
Okay.
being
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Anand. Thank you very much for your time.
okay, and if you don't mind, you can share the link of this video. I can download it and post it on my YouTube channel.
Sure. That
Okay,
definitely I will do that.
and
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll tag your channel there so that you can get
Yes.
some boost.
Yeah. 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 Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Take care. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.